Hey, what's up, guys? It's Two Legit Trades back with another video. Today I'm gonna be going over the three types of trades that I look for. Um, and before I do that, I'm just gonna do a quick recap on my first video and second video, which was covering support and resistance, key levels, and then the EMAs and Confluence wise of what I look for. So everything that I'm gonna talk about right now is gonna be go hand in hand with each other. So let me do real quick. Right now, we're looking at the Nasdaq, and so just for a quick recap, I'm gonna put some quick levels in here. So this is the yearly time frame, and I'm just gonna start charting some levels right now. So I see a level right here. Let me put it in the chart. Add drawing key level. So let's put it here. And since this is a yearly levels, I like to color code it red. See, we have another level about right around this area. um, right there. And when I'm doing these levels, I like to stick to where the price is like currently moving. So I have the levels right here, and then we're gonna do a low. That was a wick, but I'll drop right here about 17, 130. All right, so I got 4 key levels for the year. I'm gonna go down to the hourly time frame. I see what other levels I can find. Alrighty. So I see another level about this area right here. I'm gonna color code it blue. That shows me that that's a monthly level. And then I see another one about this area right here. So and then I'm gonna switch it to blue. Alrighty. All right. So I got my levels. Let's see if we have any weekly levels. This has been a crazy week during the market. Insane moves, crazy moves. All right. So we're doing my levels. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in all the indicators. Alrighty. So I'm gonna add in all the indicators right now that I use. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So this is what my chart looks like when I'm trading. All right. So now what I'm going to get into is the types of trades that I look for when I'm trading. So my strategy stays the same. Okay. That does not change. But depending on market conditions, my game plan may change. Right. So that's the difference right here. And the types of trades that I look for, one is a breakout trade. Two is a retest, and three is a reversal. Now, I have found the most success with breakout trades. So those trades are my favorite types of trades that I like to do. And what I look for a breakout trade is, um, say for example, for today, right? We're looking at whatever happened pre-market, right? So all this area right here where my cursor is, all this area was pre-market, okay? And you can see we had a huge sell-off during pre-market, and then it did all this stuff right here. And in the morning, it was around this area. So before market open, let's do it like this. So before market open, this was like kind of the high, right? Around this area. So what I do is I set an alert, or I'll either put in like a line, something that's gonna show me like, hey, you know what? This is where I want to look for. If it goes above that price, so look, create an alert, right? So I'll add in the alert Well, it didn't add in because the price is already above that. So what I'll do just for training purposes is that I'll add in a we'll do a trend line. We'll just do a trend line. Okay. So from right here all the way to like, it don't matter like how far you do it, but edit properties. We'll color code it. Let's do it like yellow. All right. So we'll color code it yellow. So this yellow line was a high, right? And then for a low, I would look, I would do it like right about this area right here. So I'm gonna draw it across, and then okay, and then I'm gonna color code it yellow. Or you know what? Let's do it like, let's see how pink looks. Yeah, I'll do it that color. All right, let's switch it that color. All right, there we go. All right, so what I do is I get a range of where the price was moving. And typically I stick within, like, if I could see a consolidation area and it's been going on within that area for like the past hour and it couldn't break between those certain price range. So for example, right here for NQ during pre-market. So since 1 o'clock in the morning all the way until the market opened, which was like at 6:30, right? It stood within this range right here. So that's how I was able to identify like a range level. Now sometimes the range stays for like, let's say like an hour, right, within a certain area. So then I'll draw my areas of where the price is. And as soon as um NQ, for this, since we're talking about NQ, as soon as NQ goes above one of those levels, then that's when I'm gonna start to look at taking the breakout trade. And this morning, right, if we zoom in to 1 o'clock, so from 6:30 to 1, all right, this is what I was seeing right here. Um, the market opened around here. We kind of had a little sell off. And look, my purple line was right here to get into some shorts. However, all we did was wick, right? And I didn't have everything aligned, right? Because remember how I said my strategy stays the same? So, like, I have to make sure that Nvidia is going in the same direction, Apple's going in the same direction, Microsoft, Meta, um, those main stocks, Amazon, Microsoft, yeah, I said Microsoft, but those stocks, they all have to be going in the same direction, along with my indicators, the EMAs, right? Those have to be aligned. And then also my levels. So that's what I'm also taking into consideration. On top of the lines that I drew out for my little area of a breakout. So as soon as we go and we break one of those, that's when I'm going to enter a position, and that's going to be considered a breakout trade. So, for example, I let all this play out, right? So the market opened at 6:30, which was about right here, okay. And then this was 6:35. This is the 5 minute time frame. So all the way, so I wasn't trading anything in this area, right? Because it didn't meet my criteria yet. Um, 650, we were kind of getting a little uptrend, and at 655, we were kind of going up. At 7 o'clock, it kind of broke it, but look at that, it ended up closing back down red, so I didn't take that trade. And not until 705, 705, we broke out of that area, and that's when I ended up taking a trade because on at 655, we touched it, kind of went above it. At 7 o'clock, we went up, we wicked above it, but then it closed below it. So that was already two times that it tried to break it. The third time, I said, you know what? I had everything aligned. I had all Confluence aligned. So Amazon was going up, Nvidia was going up, Apple was going up, Meta was going up. Those were all going in the same direction, and NQ was going in that direction. So that's when I went to go ahead and took the trade because that was considered a breakout trade for me. And the following candle was an insane candle, a candle that I never really seen on when there was never no news, right? There was no news on this candlestick. It shot up over like 700 points. And for those of you that trade NQ, you guys know that 700 points is insane. Like if you were in the wrong direction during this candlestick, you got smoked. If you were in the right direction, you made a ton of money. So this was considered a breakout trade. Normally, on a normal day, it doesn't go to the extreme like it did. However, it's a breakout trade, and that's the types of trades that I like to take. Normally, I'll get 100 points on it, 200 points, because it ends up going that momentum, right? And NQ moves really fast. So that's how I take a breakout trade. And that's what I look for. It's really that simple. The breakout trades. Now, the second type of trade I look for is a retest, right? So a retest would be, let's see for an example, a retest. Okay, so I could kind of see a retest, like right in this area. I'm gonna zoom in on the chart right here. So a retest would be okay. So say for example, we have this candlestick. It goes above the EMAs. The next one comes up building the EMA. So what I would look for is a retest. As long as it's above everything, I would look to be, and I didn't enter yet. I would look to see, I would want to retest back to the 9 EMA, right? Or something close to it. So I would wait for the price to retest this area, and then I would get in and want it to go back up. Now, if I were to get in around this area and it doesn't work out, well, I'd have a tight stop, right? So if it would break below these indicators, which is the 90 EMA and 20 EMA, then I'll be like, okay, you know what, I'm probably gonna get out the trade depending on my risk tolerance. But if we could get some more momentum back up, well, then that's a good trade. So this is kind of a retest, but the retest that would be ideal would be right here in this area. So we had a strong candlestick go up, and on the following candlestick, it retested the 90 EMA, and then it came all the way and closed up here. So that's a great retest. I know, like, okay, it's holding the 90 EMA. So that's considered a retest. That's one way you could see a retest. And it's vice versa. If it's going puts, you're just going to look for the opposite retest, right? So that's a retest. And then the third trade would be a reversal, right? So let's see, like I could see a reversal. Oh, this was a perfect example of a reversal, right? So right here where we had this breakout, we had this huge breakout. The following candlestick, it went up, but then look where it closed. Look where it closed. We had this big wick, right? And this was showing weakness, right? We came up to a resistance, came all the way down and ended up closing right here. The following candlestick was red. So for the reversal traders, this would have been a great entry on what to look for. So you will get in right here and ride the reversal, right? And ride it as long as you can, as long as you want, just as long as you secure profit, right? With NQ, with futures, you want to make sure that you secure profit because the price can move really, really fast. And in this market with the Trump economy, you don't really need a lot of contracts to make a great amount of money. With one or two contracts today, which was April 7th, if you had one or two contracts, you easily could have made over $1,000. It was insane. That's how fast the price was moving. So that would be a reversal. So those are the three types of trades that I look for whenever I'm trading, and situation dictates, right? So I come in with the game plan and I have my breakout trades ready to go, right? I have my areas. Now, when I'm trading, sometimes the breakout don't happen. Sometimes I miss the breakout. So what am I gonna do during that time? Well, I'm gonna be patient and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till there's another breakout. If price consolidates within a certain area and I see it in this range, okay, I'm gonna set my lines and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna wait for a breakout. Or I'm gonna just change the game plan. And if I didn't catch a breakout, then I may be looking for a retest. And if I see a retest, then I'll get in that retest. And if I don't, and then if not, I'll see a reversal, and I may take the reversal. But you got to keep in mind, guys, you always want to have good risk management. Reversals are risky. Retests, they're good. But like I said, my favorite type of trade to take is a breakout trade. So those are the three types of trades that I take. And just remember, I use my entire strategy together. right? So I use support and resistance. I use the EMAs. I use and then I use the Confluence wise, right? I see what the other stocks are doing, and if they're trending up all together and they're all aligned, or if it's going trending down and they're all aligned, I'm gonna look for puts. If it's trending up and everything's aligned, then I'm gonna look for calls, right? I'm gonna look for longs. So that's how I do my trading, guys, and I keep it simple. I don't overcomplicate it. I'm not. I don't even really care what like EMA stand for. I don't even really care about that stuff because it doesn't matter to me. What matters is if I know how to make money with what I'm doing, then I'm gonna keep on doing it, right? I don't have to get all like, hey, what is this? What is this? No, I just keep it simple. I do what works, and it's at the end of the day, what it comes down to is risk management, right? Proper risk management, because it don't matter how much money you make. If you suck at risk management, then you're gonna just lose all your money. So whenever you get in the trade and it's going against you, cut that loss, right? But anyways, guys, I could go on and on and talk about the mentality, the mindset of trading and different rules to follow, the mind and different things like that. But that's for another video. Right now, I just wanted to talk about the three types of trades. And so that covers everything, guys. That's how I do my strategy. That's how I'm able to extract thousands of dollars from the stock market. I'm working my way towards millions, day by day. But right now, I'm extracting money. I can extract it from a funded account, from my personal account. I've been doing this for a while, guys, and it's worth it. If you put in the work, you stay disciplined. It's possible, but it's all up to us, right? Anyways, that's my strategy. Um, and there you guys go. If you guys are looking to get funded with Apex Trader Funding, use the best discount code in the game, Too Legit at checkout. That's 2LEGIT at checkout. They'll give you the best deal. Follow me on Instagram, Too Legit Trades, and subscribe, like, and looking forward to bringing more videos, adding more value. All right, what I do is education. So this video was a little longer. I try to cover everything. I hope I got it all. I hope you guys understood it. If not, just play the video back. Take it slow, take notes. I want you guys to learn. I want to teach you guys on how to become a profitable day trader in the stock market, and I want to set you guys up for success. So, now that you guys know what everything means on the chart, when you guys look at the chart, you guys can be like, okay, I know what those lines mean. It's the 90 EMA, the 20 EMA, the 50 EMA. I know what those red lines mean, support and resistance. I know what all this stuff means, guys. So hope you guys found this video to be valuable. All right, guys, I'm done with this. Much love. Take care and God bless you guys.